In the free course, Understanding Credit, we look at credit score, credit history, tips to maintain or improve it. We look at the cost of credit, and then we look at some additional tips. And let me explain. It's one thing to say, hey, if you follow steps 1 through 10, then you'll have a 750 credit score and you'll have a really good understanding of what makes up the score and how to maintain it. So you're feeling good, you're feeling confident, right? But what do you do with it? Like, what's next? How do you know that you got the best mortgage or you got the lowest interest rate or you understand the fine print on the back of a credit card application? So we want to put those things together. We want to have the knowledge. The knowledge is vital. Actually, not having the knowledge is what's so expensive. So you definitely want to have that. But then you want to translate it into practical terms so that you can meet your goals and, live the life that you want to live. You can manage your money in an effective way that works for you. So let's look at a few of those types of tips just to give you an idea. First, go to credit unions for loans. I always recommend this. They generally have the lower interest rates, they have the better terms, the easier qualifiers. And also, they are a really good benchmark. So, credit unions historically have lower interest rates than banks. Let's say you are getting pre qualified for a car, right? You want to get pre qualified. You go to a credit union, they said, you know what? You're all ready. We're going to give you this interest rate. Then you know if you go anyplace else and they beat that rate, you know that you've gotten a good deal. Actually, a dealer could beat that rate. And then, of course, we talk about why and how that happens. So if a dealer beats that rate, then you can feel really confident that you got something really good for yourself. If you have high school or college kids, think about adding them as a authorized signer on one of your credit cards. I've been recommending this for years and have always gotten good feedback. As a matter of fact, I met with a former client not too long ago, and he shared that he added his youngest daughter onto one of his cards. And in the course, we talk about what card and how to do that. And I think she was going into her senior year in high school. Well, she recently graduated from college. She, got her first job, got her apartment, her roommates, all that great stuff. She went to get pre-qualified for a loan and she had a 760 credit score. So think about the gift that you can give your kids by helping them get off to a good start financially. If you are reestablishing, which can happen, right? Because credit is not permanent, it can change. So if you are reestablishing, then you want to look for a secured card, but better, you want to look for a small loan. And of course, we talk about the advantages of a loan versus a credit card when you're talking about credit history and your credit score. So a small loan, $500,000, $2,000, something that you can make regular on-time payments for at least 12 months. Now, if we have worked together, then you are familiar with the term financially conscious living because I use that a lot. If we haven't, let me try to explain. Financially conscious living is really just shifting our mindset a little bit because the ultimate goal is to spend our money on the things that bring us joy, that make us happy, right? But there's a number of different approaches that kind of fall into that. Let me give you just two or three examples. The first, avoid making other people rich. I'm going to share two things with you and we'll go on to the next one. Beats headphones. What are those? They cost about $150, $200. It costs $14 to make those. Now remember, you are the CEO of your company. You are your company, and your objective is to increase income and decrease expenses. So spending $200, it costs $14 to make. Who are you making rich? Yourself or someone else? Jordans cost $16 to make, and I just saw some on sale for $500. So these are the kind of things that we want to start thinking about as we're spending our money. Okay. You've got to be deliberate about your spending. We all have to be deliberate about our spending. Let me tell you, it can get so robotic to go to work every day, earn your paycheck, and just swipe cards 7 days a week. But that is not going to get us to our goals. So we want to put some thought into how we're spending our money. We want to write some things down and put some positive energy into that aspect of our lives. And lastly, live below your means. This is my all-time favorite. I've been doing this all of my life. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you are applying for a mortgage. You're going to buy a new home. You get pre-qualified, right? You want to do that. And the lender says, okay, you are qualified for this amount, XYZ amount, which equates to a payment of, let's say, $1,400 a month. Okay. What you want to do is you want to look for a home that's a little less expensive, something that equates to a payment of $1,300 a month or $1,200 a month. Why on earth would you want to just take it to the limit, right? You want to give yourself some cushion. So think about what you could do with that $200. You could be socking it away in savings. You could be paying down the principal on that mortgage and pay it down faster. So these are some of the ways that we want to just kind of broaden our thought process and look at our finances a different way. We want to take control of our finances, right? So understanding credit, free course. You can find it at lwilliam.com/courses. We want to share the knowledge. And remember, our motto is spend less, save more, and live a whole lot more.